Make sure you're hanging out with us here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora worldwide on YouTube.com as well as Facebook.com, both /WakeUpCallDT and on WakeUpCallDT.podbean.com. And of course, you know that it is around 10 a.m. Eastern Time on a Friday, which means it is time to announce our top dog of the week. Top dog of the week, proudly presented by the amazing team at K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K-9 Kampground Dog Boarding. You could get in touch with them by calling 315-437-7110 for the K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare. That's 315-437-7110. And for the campground, 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Make sure you reach out to them today. They're both in East Syracuse. They fill up quick, so you want to make sure that you call immediately so that you can make sure that your dog, for short and long-term care, has a place to go that's going to treat them like family and help them to have a great time. It's a party at K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K-9 Kampground Dog Boarding. I appreciate them so much. They've taken care of Lily, and they've done a tremendous job. Lorraine, Perry, Chad, the entire team, thank you so much for all that you do. And, of course, thank you every week for giving me the opportunity to partner together in the top dog of the week. My top dog of the week for this week, it's got to be Mama. Mama's got to be top dog of the week. I'm going to tell you why Mama's top dog of the week, because Mama did something yesterday that Mama's done for a long time. My mother, when I was a little kid, my mom would help me go collect cards. And I actually have to give me 1 second here, folks, because I got to grab something from the office here connected to the studio so I could show you this, because this is extremely meaningful to me. So, my mom has always been about, you know, what matters to her boy and what can she do to make sure that that flame inside of her son stays strong and stays bright. And so, Mama, Gigi Cards and Breaks will appreciate this too. My mom would always take me out. She would take me out to get cards all the time. And my grandmothers would too. Shout out Gammy and G-Mama in heaven. So my mom is the top dog of the week this week. I'm going to tell you why. It was a little bit of a backstory. So I have 2 of these collector's card albums, right? I still love the smell of them. They still smell the same from when I was a kid. These 2 collector cards albums. By the way, I love these albums. I need to find this album and buy more of these, because this one, it just has special meaning because of what's in it and because of all the history. So if you look through this here, these are all Damon Stoudemire cards. This is like his time in Arizona with the Wildcats in college. It continues to be, yeah, like this is all Arizona still. And then it starts to go into his time in Toronto. These are all of his rookie cards. I have so many of them. This one's one of my favorites of all time. And, you know, you just flip through here, and it's just Damon's galore. And they're all different. They're all different. I mean, there's no doubles in here. So then, you know, I filled up one of my card albums, so I had to buy another one. This is also one of my favorite cards of all time. It's the Raptors together and them wearing their TR, which I love. And you just go through here, and these are all Damon Stoudemire cards. What they used to do with a bunch of these cards is they would put like a protector thing in there, so you'll see like the writing on here. It'll say like Topps Protector, and they're all Damon Stoudemire, you know, with the Raptors for the most part. The last ones here show him when he went to Portland. And which kind of, you know, I mean, like I obviously, you know, was still a Raptor fan. I've always been a Raptor fan since they came out in '95. But I, you know, became a Portland Trailblazer fan as well as long as Damon was there. It was sad to see him leave Toronto. I never wanted him to leave Toronto. But yeah, I'm a huge Stoudemire fan. So why am I showing you these? Because as a kid, my mom took it like personal to her too. You know, it's like, I want my baby to be able to have something he loves, you know, something that makes him smile. And if he's having a bad day, I want him, you know, I want him to have something he appreciates. And my mom would always be about making memories. It's not about buying stuff and just stacking stuff and piling stuff. That's not what I'm talking about here. It was about, like, these have meaning to me to this day. Like, these are two of my most prized possessions. I don't know how much money is in, because that doesn't even matter to me. I didn't want to finish the sentence of it. I didn't buy these for the money. I love Damon Stoudemire, big fan, and getting, you know, collecting his cards, it just kind of happened, and it became a thing where I wanted, you know, every single one I could possibly find. And his cards are so cool. You know, they're just so cool and so different. And, you know, I would love it if card companies would start doing this stuff again and get back to some of this nostalgia. Not that they don't have cool stuff now, but I feel like, you know, when one company corners the market, there's less you can do with these, you know, with these I don't want to say there's less you could do. It's just, you know, I miss seeing what some of the brands did, you know, what, you know, Chrome did and this, that, and whatever. And so I bring this up for my mom being the top dog of the week, because my mom would go out and collect cards, you know, with me. She would go out and help me find places. You know, she would work at the fair, and the fair would sell sports cards, and she would walk through the entire fair to find where the sports cards are, just so she could get a pack to bring them home to her son. And yesterday at 37 years old, I said to my mom, hey, I'm down at GG Cards and Breaks. And she goes, cool, I think I'm going to show my face down there. And my mom came down. She introduced herself to everybody. And Joel and Josh and Anthony and Alex were there. And she said hi to everyone. She spoke with everyone, left a good impression, as she always does, on everybody. And while we were standing there, I'm talking to Anthony, and my mom's asking questions about cards and this and that. And she's like, oh, he's got a birthday coming up. She goes to the register while I'm talking to Anthony. She comes back to me with a stack of sports card packs, and she hands them to me, and she's like, happy early birthday. 37 years old, and my mom's still coming into the card shop, buying me cards because she knows it's something that I love. That's why she's the top dog. Because if you have anybody in your life that cares about what you care about and makes an effort with what you care about. My mom's never collected a card in her life. But because I do, it matters to her. Because I do, she smiles. She wants to see it. She wants to know about it. She wants to be a part of it. And being 37 years old, after collecting all these cards as a kid, and on days that were tough in high school, and on days where I cried, and on days where I was sad, and on days where I was scared, sometimes I'd just sit up in my room, and I'd look at these. And I'd sit with God, and I'd look at my cards, and then I would calm down. You know, cards for me, it's not just a hobby, it's something that means a lot to me, and there's a lot of memories behind it. And to know that all these years later, my mom will still go to a card shop and still try to surprise her boy. You know? 37 years old or 9 years old. My mom is still trying to surprise me, still trying to do something nice. And she knows this from back in the day. You know, before I opened a pack yesterday, I go, Ma, you got to rub the pack. You know, you got to rub the pack for good luck. And she's like, Daniel, I already did. That's what she said to me yesterday. She goes, I already rubbed the packs before I handed them to you. Little things like that create the memories that last forever. And the fact that my mom came to GG Cards and Breaks yesterday just to come in, just to see me, just to celebrate and just have fun with her son, like we did when I was a little kid. Just to be a part of something I love. And to see me smile. That's one heck of a human. And it's one incredible mom. And as I told her, if God had me do this life an infinite amount of times, I'd pick her every time to be my mom. She's the top dog of the week. But she's the best mom I could ever ask for. Top dog of the week. Mom of infinite lifetimes. I love you, Ma. K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K-9 Kampground Dog Boarding, bringing you the top dog every single week. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on Fridays to find out who my top dog is going to be next week and every week thereafter, by the grace of God. Proudly presented by K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K-9 Kampground Dog Boarding of East Syracuse. We look forward to seeing you out there, and you can call for more information for the daycare at 315-437-7110 and the Kampground Dog Boarding at 315-299-4013. K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare is on 228 Old Bridge Street in East Syracuse, and around the corner on 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, you'll find the Kampground. Both of them located across the street from BJ's, right off the highway and right off of Erie Boulevard. Very easy to get to from multiple locations, and the most fantastic place when it comes to taking care of your dog. And I know that because they've taken care of Lily. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Chad. Thank you to the top dogs at K-9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K-9 Kampground Dog Boarding. We'll be back after this.